Hello everybody and welcome back to artofdino.com and saveearth.us, and I've got an interesting video today that I'm going to tiptoe around the true intentions of. And again, this is a video that I would not have made a week ago just because of the new shift in the political climate and censorship climate, although probably not too big of one yet. But either way, I am feeling empowered and in dire need of helping people. And I want to do everything I can to do so. And headaches are one of the #1 problems in America that I feel can be cured naturally, but are not. The doctors seem to all be steering everyone in weird directions, experimental Frankenstein-style directions. So I'm going to be incredibly vague in this video. And again, I'm not a doctor. This is just a theory. This is basically a what-if video. I'm not stating any facts. Talk to your doctor and do whatever you have to do. Do your own research, really, I think. Yeah, you are your own doctor more than anyone you could pay. No one cares more about you or your family than you. But take a look at all of these medicines. There's a list of about 90 here. 90 different headache medicines, and they are bumping up new ones all the time. At the very top was Furoset, which is like a mix of codeine, caffeine, and whatever the natural thing in Furoset is. And that's really old, but a lot of them are very new, and a lot of them take away a lot of things. Like they'll get rid of proteins from the body or do really experimental things. And now people are getting injections, there's pills. It's basically a free-for-all, a Wild West, and the intentions behind the doctors I don't trust one bit, because look at how massive of a problem this is. And it's a huge problem for women, and most of the women out there are not doctors. The male doctors are the ones that are telling women about this and putting them on all these things. The majority. I'm not saying everyone, because there are some female doctors out there who will get it, but the males can't because of the hormone and estrogen challenges involved in women. And I think, and have thought for so many years, that women are a target for this. This is something they have been targeted for a long time, that if they wanted to cure, they could. And they could very naturally. And I would like to propose that they could potentially, who knows, but I would think that mushrooms, with their regenerative power, Paul Stamets, How Mushrooms Can Save the World, and so many other researchers are finding out the incredible benefits of mushrooms and herbs, which we all knew, humanity knew for thousands and thousands of years, until the last 150 or so. But again, this was also spawned. Take a look at all these things. Read these things about what 1 out of every 6 American and 1 in every 5 women have chronic things. I'll show you a clip from the migraine Reddit page where it's just sad. It's really sad. So many people just can't even exist. I saw someone the other day that was like, oh, a cloud went overhead, headache. Oh, someone turned on the TV, headache. Oh, my phone rings, headache. You know, these people are really suffering, and the doctors don't seem to care. And I have a very interesting input on this, because my mom has had headaches her entire life, or that I've known her, and she's not the only one. I have co-workers that I've worked with all through, in almost every job I've ever had. Friends, and so many of them suffer constantly from this. It's really, really sad, and it affects everyone. It affects them so much because a lot of people don't believe them when they're saying, oh, you have a headache, oh, so you can't go to work, you have a headache. A lot of people don't get it, mostly men as well, but it's brutal for these ladies. And as well, they're people that their family is with. They're not happy a lot of the time. Sometimes they're sad, they're sick frequently, they can't do much, you can't turn the lights on, you can't be loud. You have to really walk on eggshells around this, and the economic cost, exactly, for people that can't work is ridiculous. So many people are probably getting disability for this. And again, what if mushrooms, a naturally growing, beautiful thing that has regenerative properties that can detox radioactive waste, what if that was the cure, and they are hiding it from everyone? But look at that. Most common signs of have a headache, 94% says being alive. So these people, thankfully they can joke about it, but look at this. All of these posts you're going to see in this 2 minutes right here is all from today on Reddit migraine. And there are some things in here that are nightmarish. You can't imagine what these people are going through, and it's really sad that the medical industry does not care about them. It uses them as pawns to make tons of money. And some of these things, here's the kicker. Some of these pills and these prescriptions are thousands of dollars. So especially the injections and all these different experimental things. So compare that to the cost of soil and a few seeds and some water in a little bit of time, or spores. Compare that. It's unbelievable. They know that they're doing it deliberately. You can tell. And this kind of enraged me the other day when I saw the, I don't know, one of Trump's new guys talking about AI mRNA vaccines for cancer. And it's like, again, they're stepping so far away, and people are excited about it. Some people, a lot of people weren't, thank God, but like the people at the top were very excited about this. $500 billion going into this program when you have mushrooms for free and ancient remedies and herbal things that could work that need to be tested drastically. There should be $500 billion invented in a natural homeopathic medical industry to rise and just do some research, do tons of research to find the answers for free, instead of soliciting these things to these people that end up suffering immense side effects. And a lot of these medicines, when you take them, you're going to get damaged, and you can't recover from that very easily at all over time. And each one of them offers new damage. A lot of these people are on multiple pills, so they have no research about cross-contamination or cross reactions. They don't do any of that stuff, and it's because they don't care. And I really, really think that. And I remember once, still, it echoes in my head. I had a friend back in college this girl whose dad was in Vietnam, and he was like in some serious kind of incident at one point, and as a result of the trauma, he developed headaches that would last months at a time. And for a while, he had no remedy for him. And inevitably, he ended up discovering psilocybin and magic mushrooms. He said, and I heard from his daughter, that every 3 months he would take like one batch, like one kind of big dose, and he wouldn't even really feel like the magic as much. It would just help his head. And then for the next 3 months, he'd be fine. And then 3 months later, repeat. So that's a thing that none of these medicines can do. And I believe her, because she told me several times throughout the decades about the same story, and her dad was prime proof of this. And I have a feeling a lot more would be. And if you research it online, there are some scientists going down this path, but they're not doing it fast enough. It needs to speed up immediately. There should be immediate research being done on this topic, because it could save so many people. It could enhance productivity. If Trump wants the economy to get better, you've got to fix the women. If you want the world and reproductive processes to get better, you need to fix the women. And this is the main problem for them. We don't need AI creating mRNA vaccines that we don't know what happens a couple years down the road. We need things like this that have been tried and tested for thousands and thousands of years, and with no side effects, no negative side effects, and in such small doses. So again, what if mushrooms could do this? Would the scientists acknowledge it? Would they, or would they continue to just bank on it, on the pain and suffering of others? What do you all think out there? And again, this is just a theory. This isn't medical advice, but it's a proposal that I hope will come together in the future. And this isn't me. This isn't my idea. This isn't me inventing this. The ancient Egyptians used mushrooms. All ancient cultures, Native Americans, everyone used mushrooms. Still today, lion's mane, reishi, all these things are great for developing focus, brain power, all of these different things. When you see an herbal compound that's supposed to be helping people get smarter and use their brain more, it always has mushrooms in it. Every kind of healthy thing does, and there's a really nice trend. They even have mushroom coffees and things now. But people need to do the research, and people need to try certain things. And I think that's why this is coming, and you've seen it legalized in many other places. And who knows, who knows what they've made illegal that could benefit humanity on a massive level. And I have a feeling they've done it's almost the hint in the giveaway that they don't care about us when they do things like that, and they shift things into a direction that is wrong. So, and it causes pain and suffering in untold amounts, and a spectrum of pain and suffering, all caused by headaches. And it's really sad. And again, we need to talk about these cures. We can't be worried about different things. And this isn't a guaranteed cure. I'm not guaranteeing or promising anything. Do your own research. Do your own everything. But again, be careful with the stuff that is unnatural. It has incredible amounts of side effects, not researched. And if it was researched, they wouldn't tell you. And even most of them that do tell you, they tell you a hefty chunk. And most of them can be death or brain damage or cancer or all these different things that you suffer from, or depression, anxiety, suicides. It's all, is any of it worth it? No. When the cure is growing everywhere around us for free and beautifully, with amazing results and no side effects. Just a theory, but let's see if we can make it come to light and put some research in this direction for the women of this world, in this country, because we need to get them strong again. We need to make them happy and beautiful, and we need to make their lives better, because they're not at this point. And there's a lot of factors like scents, different things that people don't even know about. Food, huge factor. Air quality, amazing factor. All of these different things. Sound, even the music, I'm sure, is key to generating headaches. But so many things are geared towards this, and if you're not key to them, you will get punished by them, like candles, scented candles. Gross. So many nasty things. So again, I'm going to dive into this more and more as time goes on. And again, I'm going to keep it vague, just what if. That's all it is. What if? I don't, remember, do your own research. I'm not a doctor, again, and again. But do your research and save yourselves and your family, and let's push it. Let's create a narrative here that can maybe, force some research and force some discoveries in this direction. So I hope we can do it. Bless you all from SaveEarth.us and artofdino.com.